So about 45 minutes before the opening bell, my wife got a call from my son that he got rear-ended. Traffic had stopped on this road you're looking at, and the guy behind my son did not stop. He just plowed into him. I think he's 81 years old. Everybody's okay. And that's the front. He hit him so hard in the back that he smashed him into the car in front of him in the front. So my son got sandwiched pretty good today. The reason I bring this up is because, I've often said if you have a terrible day trading, you can turn around and make that, one of your best days trading ever, because if you learn from it, those are mistakes that you never have to repeat and so on. So I always try to look at a terrible day trading as a gift. The same thing applies in life. That's a crappy day for my son, right? But it could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse phone call. So try to look at the bright side of things. I never saw one tick in the market today. Didn't brush my teeth till dinner time because it was one of those I had to rush out of the house. But thankfully he's okay, and we really do as humans need to learn to look at the bright side of things when there is a bright side, and there certainly is today, because that could have been a lot worse, right? Just a car. But anyway, not a great way to start your day. And I appreciate all the comments. I got a lot of comments on Twitter and a lot of emails that were very, 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 very kind about thank God your son's okay and so on. So that does not go unnoticed and unappreciated. It is very, very thoughtful of everybody. Okay, so let's go into the watch list for, what day is this? I didn't have any trades today, obviously. For Thursday, April 27th. The SPY, I wasn't there today. It looks like there was some whippiness. I think this was... from what little research I was able to do, from unveiling of a tax plan or something, and the market got excited, then got unexcited, then got excited, and so on. Looks like it was a fairly whippy day. Just looking at a couple that I had, NADL was one of my favorites going into today. I'm just going to glance at it. Man, that thing just took off right out of the gate, so I don't know if there would have been a decent entry. That's hard to say. And then there was another one that I put on, that's AKBA, I put on the gap playlist. What I am hoping, looking at this as a gap play, I'm hoping that after this came up and went red to green right here, this little flag, I'm hoping the folks in chat caught this little flag break, because that would have been a nice move and a nice low risk entry. All right, you never want to take the red to green here when it had to just come from 1160 to get to 12. You have a whole number that's probably going to be resistance, and you had a 2-minute move where it already come like 40 cents to get there. But what you can do is then see what happens, and it gave a pretty handsome little flag there before then taking off. And there's your low risk entry, the flag break, right? Things have to consolidate after making any kind of sizable move. That happened perfectly there. I haven't spoken to anybody from the chat room, but I'm hoping they caught that one. NADL looks like it didn't make anything easy. So anyway, let's go back and do the watches. So I showed you the SPY. Let's look at IWM. Was actually a little stronger than the SPY today as far as how it held up. But both of them, IWM all-time highs, right? And SPY very close to all-time highs. So market's holding up very well. And here is the list I've put together for tomorrow. CBLI reminds me a little bit of NADL, right? Recent big mover, and then several days down in a row, a little bit of a bottoming tail. This is one of my favorites going into tomorrow as a potential bounce play. OPTT gapped up, now 3 days lower, almost at a gap fill, potential bounce play. DELT, I had this one on watch. Let me look at it on an intraday basis. The reason this one's interesting is it hit its high in the opening 5 minutes and then closed right there again. So I really... Even though the daily, looks maybe a little extended, I really like this over today's high, over 243. It's pretty interesting tomorrow. Again, only with a proper setup. If it gaps down to 2 and opens at 2, I don't care about it at 243. So we don't know how it's going to trade in the morning. So it's a wait and see thing. But it does go on watch. It's holding up a pretty strong stock there. PULM, nice green day and a little bit of extra volume. When you go to 15-minute candles, you can kind of see a big pop here, and then it flagged the rest of the day. I don't know. I haven't had time to research. I don't know if there was news on this one. It's nothing real handsome here. But I think it goes, because of that volume spike, I think it's worth putting on watch tomorrow. AUPH had the gap up and then came right back into support, and then today a nice pop. We might have a follow-through day in that one tomorrow. So I want to watch AUPH. MTBC, I don't know what the heck happened with this thing, but from 40 something cents to $1.50 before settling in at $1.22. 7.38 million shares. That's that's a lot for that company. Trying to see healthcare information services and 4.5 million in the float. Here's the weekly. So this one might get some attention tomorrow, right? Because of that crazy move. Again, I didn't have any time to research before I made this video, but it goes on watch tomorrow. AKBA, I already showed you this one. Nice gap play today. Did give a good intraday setup. I want to watch that one tomorrow because it did close above its open. It also closed well off of its highs. 20 million shares going to catch some attention. Maybe that one gives a nice low risk setup tomorrow. CDTI, I kind of like this one because you had the breakout, over this $3, had resistance here, was kind of flagging, then it broke out, gapped up a little bit, and a couple red days, and then right back up near the recent high. So I do like this one, probably over the half tomorrow, over 350. Let's keep that one on watch. MITK. It's just tightening, right? It's got obvious resistance at 825. We break through that, this one might continue. It's still kind of far from the moving averages, so keep that in mind. But you look at it on 15-minute candles, you see the big volume, right? And then a very tight pennant or flag, whatever you want to call it. I guess that's called a flag. So that is interesting over 825. And then lastly, VHC, I'm going to put that one back on watch. Kind of like that MITK. You had the pop and then the flag. Hopefully we'll catch some good gappers in the morning too. Hopefully there'll be no car accidents tomorrow. Again, appreciate everybody's kind words. Have a great night, and we'll see everybody tomorrow.